Okay, welcome everybody to Exploring Marketing Options. I'm Chris Stirring, and today we are looking at Fancy.com. Fancy.com is kind of a social shopping network, um, a little bit Pinterest, a little bit Wanilo that like we've looked at previously. But one thing I wanted to point out, I just signed up here, and one of the first things I get here as I sign up is this opportunity to share my account with my friends and followers in other networks with this code. So I can copy this code, send it to my friends, family, people who are following my account. When they go into Fancy and they make a purchase, they earn $10 and I earn $10. So that's a really good option for anybody. So if you guys sign up, make sure to take advantage of that and send that out to um, folks who are following you and looking. Okay. So for the time being, let's go ahead and click on invite friends and see what happens there. Okay, so it gives me the different options: Facebook, Twitter, Google Plus. Let's go ahead and do that. Share so you guys can see. So yeah, it works just like that. So pretty simple. Okay, now this is Fancy.com, and you can kind of see here they've got a variety of different items. We can fancy an item or we can buy the item. It tells us right here. This is a $35 item. We can buy it. Fancied, meaning we like it. And it just has a bunch of different things here. And of course, they're all sale options. Yeah. So, of course, we would want to put our products and things on here as well. So, let's go through it. So starting here, gives us some different options. What is Fancy? Sell on Fancy, publishers and bloggers, get the app, the Fancy button, connect or contact us, excuse me, a help center, terms of service and privacy policy. Let's go through some of these. What is Fancy? So this kind of explains it here. So Fancy is a place for you to discover and buy amazing things curated by our global community. So you can kind of see that. Web, mobile, and beyond. Fancy what you find and buy what you fancy. Explore Fancy. Yeah, so it's kind of an interesting little site there. Let's go back. And let's go to Sell on Fancy. Okay. Now, Sell on Fancy. The targeted distribution to Fancy's built-in network of 10 million plus global shoppers. We'll see our storefront, merchant resources, and so forth. Also has some marketing options and things down here. So let's go to our dashboard. Let's see. Okay, so our dashboard, of course, looks like our statistics. That's where we can see what's happening on our account here. And we've got a bunch of different settings here. We can go into our products. Let's do that. And so I did add a product here as an example. We can put in and see, I haven't had any sold. I have a quantity of 100. I've got my pricing set and so forth. I can come in here and I can deactivate the item, delete the item, manage tags on the item. That's an important one. Let's look at that. Well, that's interesting. I don't have any tags, so I would want to add tags here. Home decor. Let's do flag display case. Let's do certificate holder, and let's do US flag display. Okay, and then we save it. So that's important there to tag your items. We can add it to various collections. So doesn't look like I have any collections. So that isn't working. We'll look at that in a minute. We can duplicate the item. We can view sales on the item. We can look at our orders, go into order management or our customers. We can promote our items. We can create a coupon or what they call Fancy Anywhere. Let's look at that. Choose a budget, a button or widget, keep customers engaged, earn cash. Minimal impact on your site's design. I see. So it creates a little button like this, or like this, or like this, or like this, buy with Fancy, which takes them to make a purchase on Fancy. We can put that on our blog, on our website, things like that. So that's kind of a cool little feature. Okay, let's go. So campaigns shows us, if we set up coupons, things like that, it'll track that information. Settings, let's look at settings a little bit. The basics, we get our information here. Okay, that's all good. Go to brand image. Okay, so we can build a description for our site. Well, so explain the difference. I guess I'm not sure. So thing you need to display your US flag. Wow, I have fat fingers today. Okay. Gives us a logo. We can put in a cover image. In fact, let me do this. Let's change this one. Let's see here. Let's put in the product and add the cover image as the logo here. Oops. There we go. That looks good. And then we can put in products. Footer links. Oh, that's interesting. So we can put in like Facebook or Twitter and just link directly to whatever we want to promote. So that's kind of a cool thing. Okay. We can create shipping rules, policies, getting paid, our storefront information. We've got some FAQs here. We have some notifications on store activity, any messages. View your store. So I can come in here and see there's what my store looks like. And okay, yeah. So you go to our profile page. So you can see it's got a very robust kind of interactive thing here where we can really do quite a bit. Let me, in fact, upload another file here.
That would be great. What do you think? I mean, if you guys got, let's say you got in Pleasant Grove around 8:30 or 8:45, what do you think you'd be able to?
That looks great. Okay. So, yeah, definitely some good options there. Now, home is, of course, the feed here. It's showing the most current products, things like that. You can go into the shop. You can look at different categories, things of that nature. Under stores, we can go and view various stores that have been set up, and let's see what they have. It's very cool. Go back here for recommended or featured. Sort those again. So, yeah, definitely a very, very interesting, definitely an interesting thing. Let's go to collections. I wanted to see about creating a collection. Different money clips is let's click on a collection here. You can create a collection like this, which is kind of cool. Gives you an option to share it. Okay, I'm not sure exactly how to create one. Let's see. So the fancy button and get the app. So the fancy button is again, let's go ahead and do it. Kind of what we did last week with Thing. Or to add to your website. Use our fancy button on your web page to allow visitors to fancy the content and add things to their collection. So that's how we do that. The fancy widget lets us display a customizable grid of fancy items on your website. That's pretty spiffy. Here's the add to fancy. Yeah, so I can get a little fancy it button right there. Now when I go to my website, here, I can go into flag display cases, and I can fancy it. Put it in a category. Home. And fancy it. And we can go see it. Sure enough, there it is. Okay, so you can kind of see how that works. Create a list here. my products.
Cure.com would be awesome, but I'm sure it's not available.
Create a new list.
Yeah. And that's the thing, a lot of those aren't available, so you gotta get kind of creative with it. Spin off a little bit.
Okay, then I've added it there. Okay, so yeah, definitely an interesting site. I think it has a lot of potential. Putting our products up in front of people, using the social aspects here to find different people that we're interested in and have things that we like. Yeah, it was definitely cool. So I can follow their store, kind of see. Ooh, that's a little risque. Okay, okay, good. Well, I'm liking this, guys. I think has a lot of potential there. So definitely encourage you to get out there and take a look at fancy.com and try some marketing there. I'm going to go ahead then and open it up to any questions, guys. If you guys have questions, let me know.